This is one of the most annoying situations you can run into as a car owner. The old battery was weak, you put in a new one, and now the car won't start at all. No crank, clicks, warning lights, or maybe everything powers on but the engine won't turn over. It feels backwards, like the repair made it worse. In reality, a battery swap can expose bad connections, trigger security systems, or create a simple, one small mistake problem that stops everything. Let's walk through the most common reasons in a beginner-friendly way. First, figure out what "won't start" means. Not starting can mean two very different things. If the engine doesn't crank at all, that's a power delivery or starter circuit problem. If the engine cranks normally but won't fire, that's fuel, spark, immobilizer, or sensor related. The battery change usually affects the first category, but it can also trigger the second in some cars. Problem 1. Loose or dirty battery terminals. This is the most common cause, and it fools people constantly. Battery terminals can look installed but not actually be tight enough to carry starter current. Your lights may work, your radio may turn on, but when you try to start, you get clicking or total silence because the starter needs a huge burst of power. Check for corrosion, paint, or grime between the terminal and the post. The connection must be clean metal to metal. Then tighten the clamps properly. A good test is to grab each terminal and try to twist it by hand. If it moves, it's too loose. Problem 2. The wrong battery orientation or swapped cables. It sounds basic, but it happens. Some batteries have the positive and negative posts reversed compared to what your car expects. If you installed the battery rotated the wrong way, the cables may be stretched or even connected incorrectly. If the cables were ever reversed, even briefly, fuses can blow immediately. Some cars have a main fuse link that sacrifices itself to protect the electronics. After that, you can have a new battery, zero power situation. Many vehicles have a high amperage fuse or fusible link right near the battery or in the main fuse box. If that blows, you may still see some lights, but the starter or ignition circuit won't get power, or the car may be completely dead. If you have absolutely nothing, no interior lights, no dash, no locks, think main fuse link first. If you have lights but no crank, there may be a starter fuse, relay, or ignition feed fuse that popped during the swap. Cars don't just need a positive cable, they need a solid ground path. The negative cable usually goes to the body and/or engine block. If that ground is loose, rusty, or not connected, the starter can't complete the circuit. This is why some cars act possessed after a battery change. Dim lights, clicking, weird dash behavior, or electronics resetting. A bad ground can mimic a bad battery even when the battery is brand new. It's rare, but it happens more than you'd think. Some new batteries sit on a shelf for a long time. If the battery voltage is low, it may power small electronics but not crank the engine, or the battery could be defective out of the box. A healthy, fully charged battery should be around 12.6 volts with the car off. If it's closer to 12.0 or below, it may struggle. Many parts stores will test the battery and charging system quickly. Some cars get picky after power is disconnected. The immobilizer may not recognize the key immediately, or the alarm system may be triggered. In many cases, the engine will crank but won't start, or it will start and immediately stall. You may see a security light flashing on the dash. The fix depends on the vehicle. Sometimes it's as simple as locking or unlocking with the key fob, or cycling the key in the ignition. Some vehicles require a relearn procedure. Sometimes the battery wasn't the main problem, it was just the symptom. A weak starter can draw too much current and fail to crank even with a new battery. A seized alternator pulley or internal alternator short can also load the system. If the battery was constantly dying before, and now you still have no crank or heavy clicking with a known good battery and clean connections, the starter circuit needs testing. On some newer vehicles, the charging system is smart and expects the battery to be registered or reset after replacement. If it's not done, you can get warning lights, charging issues, or weird electrical behavior. This usually doesn't cause an immediate no start, but it can cause problems right after the swap in certain models. What to do next, step by step. Start with the simple mechanical checks. Confirm the terminals are clean and tight, confirm the ground cable is solid, and confirm the battery is fully charged. Then check for blown fuses, especially main fuses or fusible links near the battery. If the car cranks but won't start, look at the security light and consider immobilizer reset steps. If everything looks correct but it still won't crank, a quick voltage drop test on the cables and a starter test will pinpoint the real issue. A car that won't start after a battery change is usually a connection, fuse, or security system issue, not a mysterious new problem. Fix the basic power path first, and most of these headaches disappear fast.